Hello, gentle people. It is Wednesday, June 19th, and since I last vlogged, we graduated! High five! And I brought for show and tell this beach ball, which I took. I don't know, they were throwing it around at graduation, so I just grabbed it and took it home with me and wrote on it. And this was my trophy for 4 years of high school. The diploma, no, this is the important thing right here. And I just wanted to show you. So, Evan, I'm gonna take up your practice of vlogging in different places every week, I think, because, well, I'm gonna go in different places in my room, but, yeah, the couch is getting a little boring, so I'm not doing that anymore. And now we are on my bed. And these are the things around my bed here. So yes, and today I was going to tell you some of the stories about my family in World War II, because that's what I mentioned talking about last time, and I'm sorry if you don't like history or don't care, but I find it really interesting. So I'm just going to talk about it. So yeah, Chernovitz, Romania, is kind of getting tossed back and forth between Russians and Germans. And my great-grandma, Josephine, was not Jewish, and she was married to Max, who was Jewish, and they had a daughter, Ruth, who was my grandmother. And the first story is about Ruth. She helped a friend of hers raise money to leave Romania by smuggling jet fuel. So what they did is she had a friend who worked at the Russian air base nearby, and after school she would get her backpack and walk over to go visit him, and she would get into the air base and like say hi to the soldiers and like, oh, I'm visiting my friend, da da da, and then would leave her books somewhere there, like hide them on the base, and then she and her friend would steal canisters of jet fuel, and she would just put them in her bag, and when she was done visiting, she would leave, and like, oh, bye, soldiers. Nothing in my backpack, I'm just an innocent little middle schooler, it's all good. And her friend would bring her books back to her later. And then they would take the jet fuel that she stole and sell it on the black market, and that is how her friend's family raised money to leave Romania. And yeah, so my grandma was a smuggler. She was a smuggler. I like that story. And another good story is about Josephine and Max. They owned a restaurant, and so that only comes into play a little bit later. Anyway, so Max was Jewish, like I said, and he was taken to a work camp, and he spent a few years there, and then eventually Josephine found a way to pay someone to get him out. So, someone, I don't remember the name of the guy, but, swum across the river, got him out, swum back across the river, he's there, and Josephine went to the work camp and picked him up. Well, I mean, obviously not, at the gate or anything, but, got him, and brought him home on the train. And as they're heading home, two Nazi officers came and sat down in the compartment with them. And that was probably not great, but they played it cool and just made casual conversation. And then they invited the officers back to the restaurant for dinner because, they were good Aryan citizens and definitely not escaped Jews or anything. And so everyone was waiting in the restaurant, all the family members and friends and stuff, because he was coming back after years. And so they kind of just walked in the door with the Nazi officers, and they were like, hey guys, Dad's back from his business trip, and we're gonna treat these guys to dinner, woo! Yeah! Nothing strange going on here. And, it went off well, everyone survived, the officers didn't arrest anyone or think anything was weird, and it all turned out okay. And then after that, my grandpa had to live in the cellar with a stocking over his head to make it look. Oh, no. Okay, this is how it goes. After that, he stayed in the cellar because no one could know he was there, and they would call him, like, they referred to him like as if he were their pet bird, and like they'd be like, oh, whose turn is it to go feed like Pookie the parrot or whatever, and yeah, that was how he lived for the next couple years until the war was over, and he only came out at night, and then he would go out on the porch with like a stocking over his head because he was the only one with dark hair. Is that it? Yeah, so he was the only one with dark hair, so he'd put like yellow stocking on and sit out on the porch at night, and that was his life for a few years, and that was how they hid him out. And yeah, I'm just interested in my family history, and there are lots of good stories, so there are a couple of them for you. I don't know, if you guys have any good family stories, you should share them. That's all I really have for now, so I'm just going to show you my window real quick. Here, let's just do a little tour. Let's do a little tour of this area. Here's my view next to my bed, and here's some art that I bought in my Boston, and just some little doodads, and a map of the Americas, also my face, and there's the yam flag right there. Oh, I'm so bad at this. Okay, yam flag, yes, yam flag, awesome. And so that's everything for today. I love you all very much, and I will see you next time as usual.